People are constantly telling me this is the coolest lightsaber in my collection. Here's why they're right. Today on Lightsaber Life, I'm reviewing the epic, retired Jedi Count Dooku lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge. I'm gonna review the hilt, we're gonna light this thing up, and I'll even give some comparisons to its dark side twin. Here's where the fun begins.
This weapon is your life.
The weapon of the Jedi Knight.
I see you have constructed a new lightsaber.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Josiah Leroy, aka Joby-Wan Kenobi. Count Dooku. Master Kenobi, you disappoint me. So why do I love this lightsaber so much? In 2022, Tales of the Jedi debuted on Disney+. I was so excited to hear that Count Dooku was going to be one of the two main characters alongside Ahsoka Tano. But for Count Dooku, we were going to experience his younger days as a Jedi Knight. We were going to see some adventures between himself and his young apprentice Qui-Gon Jinn. I had read about some of these adventures in the expanded universe, but never saw anything in live action or in animation. By the way, tell me David Dastmalchian, easy for me to say, should not play a young Count Dooku if they ever bring it to live action. He's perfect. And he's always playing villains. So not only was I really excited to see what kind of events might have led to Count Dooku's downfall and eventual transition to Sith Lord, I wanted to hear and see all about his Jedi lightsaber. Did it look like his Sith one? Is it blue? Is it green? I had so many questions I wanted answered. And Tales of the Jedi did it. By the way, do you have a favorite lightsaber tandem that was light side and dark side? For example, Count Dooku and Darth Tyrannus, Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader, Ben Solo and Kylo Ren? Tell me in the comments below. Let's get to why you clicked on this video today. We've got our standard Disney Legacy Galaxy's Edge casing here, which is nothing to write home about. However, I do like the protection it affords, and of course the unique logo that we see on the front here is of the Republic, the Jedi logo from the Republic days. Tough to see on camera here, but we've got a dark blue and a very, very shiny gold. One of the better looking Disney Legacy cases. Here's where the real fun begins. Oh, now this thing here is beautiful. Worth the wait. A fingerprint magnet, if I've ever seen one. Get those cloths handy. We'll go from the bottoms up here. So we've got our pommel with pretty good sound ventilation. What's disappointing is it does not translate. This is a quiet lightsaber, and we're gonna show you in just a few minutes why. Here we've got our CoverTech belt clip, which is great. That's gonna be able to hang on your belt for a cosplay, for conventions. However, I don't recommend it. This is a heavy lightsaber. Here we've got some nice gold offset. On the Darth Tyrannus lightsaber, this is red. Here you've got some grip. The Darth Tyrannus lightsaber does this better. This is just a small portion of the grip of the lightsaber. This is pretty much chromed out. You've only got the grip here and a little bit of the section here. Here's one of the worst features of this lightsaber, I hate to tell you. It is the switch. It is really hard to push up and down, like really hard. We're gonna light this thing up. It's disappointing because I can't do the Count Dooku salute very well. And up top, we've got the emitter, which has got this beautiful extraction here. We've got the chromed out guard here. And then here, you've got an offsetting color. So there's some nice variation to this lightsaber. All right, folks, now this is a retail lightsaber. When I say retail, I mean Hasbro, which is the Black Series, Force FX Elite, or Disney, the Legacy lightsabers like this that you can get from Galaxy's Edge. They don't have a lot of fancy features. They don't have smooth swing. They can't really change colors for the most part. Really what you see is what you get here. There's not a lot of effects to it. They're heavier hilts, but they are amazing display pieces. They're okay to duel with. I wouldn't recommend it, but with Disney, the blades are interchangeable. So if you break this blade, you can get a new one. And heaven forbid you break a hilt, you can get a replacement relatively cheaper than most. Not this one, because it's retired, but installation's pretty easy. For today, I'm going with a 36-inch blade. Disney sells 3 different blade lengths. Usually 31 is the sweet spot for me, but 36 is the one that looks best with this Count Dooku lightsaber. Let's light it up in 3, 2, Can you hear it? Probably not. It's super, super quiet. The sound ventilation's perfect. The hand's not covering up any of it. It's at the bottom. For some reason, this and the Darth Tyrannus lightsaber are really quiet. And Disney's lightsabers are typically a lot louder than this, so that's disappointing. Beautiful blue here. Totally got it right. What's real interesting is this is one of a few Disney Legacy blades that has flicker. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it's got a slight flicker there, which is a nice touch. Let's reignite it in the mic so you can hear it. Now, in the shout, Dooku has 2 different activation noises. This one is kind of the calmer, more relaxed one. It's got kind of a hiss sound to it. My favorite one is the one they didn't include. It's got that kind of loud, high-pitched Luke Return of the Jedi sound.
Master Yaddle.
Funny enough, in the movies, we hear 2 sounds also for the Tyrannus lightsaber. So they're consistent at least. Got our flash on clash there, it goes yellow. Let's hear how many noises we got. Sounds like we've got a rotation of 3 or 4 noises there, 3 definitively. Lightsaber, not very spinnable. More spinnable than I thought, but on average, this is a heavy lightsaber. It's got the very unique curved hilt, so that doesn't help. Usually you have to practice with this one to be a little bit more precise with it. Dooku was known to be a precise, very skilled swordsman, which is why he had this unique curved hilt. Earlier I mentioned that you can't really do the Dooku salute with this, where he holds it like this and then twists it. Try not to hit my camera setup. And brings it down. It's just not comfortable because of how heavy it is. But overall, a very satisfying lightsaber, really beautiful. A little bit on the big side for sure. Let's light this thing up in the dark. Definitely recommend the 36-inch for this. Just be sure to account for the extra weight here. I really love this lightsaber. Like, this is a slam dunk despite its shortcomings. And that is saying a lot. Hey, if you like what you're seeing so far, do me a favor, hit that like button below. I'd really appreciate it. Now, I mentioned at the onset of this video, people tell me all the time this is the coolest lightsaber in my collection. On this YouTube channel, people are constantly voting for Dooku in my YouTube shorts. Here's 4 reasons why I tend to agree. This one's one of only a handful of curved hilts in the entire Disney Legacy collection. So we have the Dooku Jedi, we have the Darth Tyrannus, which is Sith Lord Count Dooku Red. Check out my review on that one. And then we have a few curved hilts from Asajj Ventress. They're epic, they're unique, they're great conversation starters, and they go great on your wall. Second reason this is super cool in my collection, you can contrast the different Count Dooku lightsabers. So in theory, on my wall, I could have this lightsaber as his Jedi version, and I can show people right next to it what the Darth Tyrannus Sith Lord version looks like. I think that's really awesome. Reason number 3, this has only appeared in animation. This lightsaber can only be seen in the Tales of the Jedi miniseries on Disney+. What's amazing about that, this has not appeared in any live action shows or movies, though I'd love to see it one day. And reason number 4, this lightsaber hilt is technically retired. Disney does this from time to time where they'll sell hilts only for a few years. They retired the Ben Solo, which I'm really sad about. If you find that one anywhere at a decent price, would you do me a favor and send me that link? I have the Kylo Ren and I would love to show those off side by side on my wall. This lightsaber originally came out in 2022 alongside the show. It cost $159.99, didn't come with a blade. I bought it last year in 2024. However, from time to time, Disney does bring these back in waves in stock at DisneyOnline.com. I don't know if you'll find it at Disney World and Disney Parks, but it's always worth keeping an eye out for. If you can get your hands on it and at a good price, I definitely recommend that you do it. There are not many Count Dooku lightsabers out there, so this one's really rare. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Thanks for being one of my first 349 subscribers as of the time of recording this. I really appreciate you. It goes a long way. If you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button. And don't forget, trust only in the Force.